Hey, what's up guys, this is Averroes here and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my internship at Messrs Nazmi Zaini Chambers here in Montclair. And as you can see, we are currently in the law firm. I'm sitting at my desk with the laptop on. I was working on a debenture agreement with the corporate lawyer here at the firm. Right behind me is where the boss sits. He gets a nice panorama view from this level. It's very high. Yeah. Right behind me is where the HR sits, and further back is where the papers, all the machines and equipments are used to bind documents and comb them together. I was involved in combing the documents. It's really thick. It's this thick. Can you imagine that? And there were not only one, but there were six documents that I had to comb together. I mean, produce holes in them for the comb. So yeah, and this is the printer. The printer. I don't know if that's even relevant to talk about. This that's the glass room where the other lawyer is situated, and those desks, two desks over there, are the other lawyers of where they are sitting. And as you can see there, that's the shelf where they put the other documents as well. And there are also even law books that costs like hundred of ringgits. I think I can show you guys that shelf and the main entrance. Okay, we are currently walking to the main entrance. So when upon coming in, you'll be greeted with the signboard, and here are all where all the law books are. There's the law practice and procedure for arbitration. There's Maqasid al Sharia, administrative law. There's so many types of books. Look how thick the books are and how expensive they are. Man. So you can actually sit down at the couch here and get a view of this. Pretty cool, eh? Nifty. Not to mention there's also a pantry where you can go in. You can get refreshments, can get some water. There are mugs provided. You can get some Malaysian delicacies, crackers in below that cupboard over there. If I'm pointing there currently. It's also a prayer room, so you have to take off your shoes. So upon entering the law firm, this is how it looks like. So yeah, I've been here for more than a month. So this is the site that I will usually get every single day. And the environment of working here, it's really fun because the lawyers here they have their own antiques and they have their own way of having fun. I'm I'm not the type of person who gets along with people to make those silly jokes, because all the lawyers here are years and years older than me, so it feels kind of weird and awkward to be joking around with them. But if they do make jokes, I'll just laugh along as well. I think I need to find a place to talk about my experience at the law firm. I think I'll speak in that room over there. So yeah. This is what exactly talking about. Look how thick the documents are, the comb. I use this machine to produce the holes at the side of the documents. So I put the paper here, and then I'll pull this down, and then yeah, there will be holes on those documents. There's even this huge stapler and sellotape and stuff. Yeah, we have to use that for stamping stuff. Like when people send letters, we have to stamp them so that they know that we received them as proof. Just walking around the firm. So hey guys, we are in one of the glass rooms. I hope there aren't any echoes when you're watching this video. But I have 6 things that I like to talk about, which is the main highlight of this video. And coming at number 1 is the work culture in the firm. But before I go into the work culture, I'd like to say that this firm has the main specialties in fintech, the digital stuff. And secondly, it's the corporate, which I will discuss further in the video. And lastly, it's about regulatory compliance. I think it's related to fintech. But if you want to find out more about this firm, I'll include the link in the description box. If you want to apply your internship, you can also try to contact the boss of this firm as well. And don't forget to mention that you watch this video when you apply for your internship here. For the 6 things that I like to talk about is coming at number 1 was about the work culture. The work culture here, as I've stated before, it's quite chilled. It's quite fun. Everyone has their own antiques and ways of blowing off some steam. All the lawyers here, they are very young actually. The way that they behave is similar to a university student, in my opinion. It's really hard for me to mingle around with them because it feels weird to be making jokes and hanging out with people who are older than you, years older than you. But I just respect them and laugh along if they're making any jokes. I know I'm not that much of a social person, but I still try to talk around and hang out with them in any way possible. At least I'm there and making an effort to be part of the group. Maybe it's because I grew up in that sort of environment and situation, so I think that's something that I should work on actually. Eventually, when I become a lawyer, I need to at least make some small talk and jokes with clients and other people. But it's not all rainbows and sunshines. It's not all the glitter and glam. That's what people say, because there are times where there are pressure and challenges in the firm. When it gets heated, then it gets heated, and there won't be any laughing or giggling anymore in the firm, and everyone's focused on their work. There are times that I felt as if their voices were raised against me, but I just brushed it off and carried on, because that's something normal and it will happen in any profession or career that we take. So that's something to expect. And even one of the lawyers said that becoming a lawyer is not all about having fun in the end, because there will be times that you will get reprimanded or scolded. So that's something that I have to prepare in the future as well. And maybe you guys who are watching this video, apart from fintech and corporate stuff, it's also about litigation. Corporate stuff in this firm is when we want to incorporate a company, meaning to say that we want to create or establish a company and get it lodged. It involves a lot of stamping and proof of such things, including even agreements and the debentures that I talked about. This firm also specializes in interpreting contracts and designing, creating such contracts as well. Firm also specializes in crafting documents for the appointment and resignation of directors and secretaries. Apart from that, for litigation, it also involves, for this firm is representing many hundreds upon hundreds of clients in this CIMB case. If you are interested about the case, I'll also leave it in the description box below. But generally, this firm is defending the rights of hundreds upon hundreds of clients when their bank account got frozen because they were alleged to be involved in, I think it was involved in money laundering, illegal activities, and because of I think it's a duplicate money send, meaning to say that when the clients receive 2,000 ringgit, for example, and then another 2,000 were sent into their bank account, and CIMB is claiming that those monies were mistakenly sent into their account. So that's why CIMB is freezing their account to retrieve back the 2,000 ringgit. So that's the famous case that this firm is handling. Apart from that, this firm is also dealing with defamation cases. The firm is also dealing with land cases, as far as I'm concerned, and breaches of contract as well. So I've also learned procedures of the rules of High Court, ROC 2012. There's also the Court of Judicature Act. That is something that we as UiTM's law students will be learning in our final year. That's number 2. Number 3, I'd like to talk about that. Actually, yes, already started this internship for a very long time. It's only now that I'm starting it physically for more than a month. But I've already started doing this internship ever since Bulan Puasa during Ramadan until the physical internship. So I did my virtual internship for maybe 1 to 3 months, and then only now I'm doing it physically for more than a month. So in total, I think I've been doing the internship with this firm for more than a month, more than 4 months. So during my virtual internship, I did and wrote several articles for the firm. You can check out the publications on the firm and the firm's LinkedIn in the description box as well. So that's number three. Number four is I like to talk about that this firm takes all the lawyers, including me, the intern, out for lunch. I did had lunch twice with the boss, but other times I had the lunch with the lawyers without the boss. And I think it's a really good way to create good rapport and maintain healthy relationships between the staffs and lawyers. Yeah, what good way is it to create and strengthen that relationship between your colleagues apart from eating out? I think that's the Malaysian culture. Eating is a way to convey a sense of friendship and sense of cordiality among ourselves. So I think eating is a form of language as well. There's a meaning and message behind eating together because it's a language. It's a universal language apart from music as well. So I really like that idea. I never really had that previously in my previous internship, and I don't know if other internship firms also do that. But I feel very lucky to feel that sort of way in this firm, and I really hope that other firms can emulate or imitate this sort of practice. Number five is I think that the lawyers here understands me, even though I'm an intern, and there are times in which I can clearly see that they are dissatisfied with my performance and the results that I make. But they are very patient in guiding me throughout the whole process, and they didn't put too much expectations on me. I know that they know that I'm an intern, but I think other firms, even though they know that those interns are still students, but they still put a lot of heavy workload. I don't know, maybe, but I think the firm here are really understands my situation and circumstances. I tried my real best, even though it's really quite. I don't know if it's maybe for them it's easy, but for me, I was squeezing my brains out trying to solve certain things, evolving the documents because it's the first time I'm doing it, and they've been doing it for millions of times, so it's understandable. But I still try my best to understand and do whatever I can with the firm and not be a couch potato and slack off. I tried my best to do some work. I try to ask what I should do and make myself useful in the firm. So finally coming at number six is I like to talk about. This has nothing to do with the law firm, but I think this is something that you as future interns or you're doing your internship currently should take note of is that if you're doing your internship in urban, very developed areas, there will be traffic jams a lot. When I go to the law firm and go back home, it's always congested on the roads. It's putting a lot of stress in my head. I had to wait until Maghrib to get back home so that there won't be a lot of volume of cars on the road. Yeah, and there are so many potholes. Malaysia, man, Malaysia is famous for potholes. Everywhere you go, there will be potholes. Even in Kuala Lumpur, there are so many potholes here. I'm so glad that my tires did get punctured along the way. There, even the tolls, there, I have to pay around 10 ringgit every day just for the tolls. Not 10 ringgit, but maybe 5 or 6 ringgit every day. 5 to 7, that's the range. I even have to pay fuel every week, maybe around 50 ringgit. That's quite expensive as well. Just to go and go back home every week, RM50. And there will be irresponsible drivers as well every day, including myself. Sometimes I don't give the signal. I mean, I do give my signals. It's just that other people, yung suka momotong, they don't give their signals. So it adds more stress to my brain and head whenever I go to the firm and go back home. The last thing I like to talk about is that the price of the food. If you want to have lunch, you have to think twice because the food here is absolutely horrendous and expensive. For example, if I go to, there aren't any food Malay mama stalls around here. Even if there are, those mama stalls charge one single roti canai. It's almost 2 ringgit, just one for one piece. Even the Milo, it's more than 3 ringgit. I can't believe how expensive Mont Kiara, especially Kuala Lumpur, is. Maybe it's because it's an international area. There are a lot of expatriates in this area, so I think it's quite understandable and it's quite near, and it's even in Kuala Lumpur, so it really makes sense. So yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about in this video. That's my entire experience being in this firm. I'll be leaving this firm in the next 3 days, and I'm actually planning to go to Bangkok for backpacking. I think I'll miss this firm actually because it's the regular routine that I've been doing for the past 1 month and more. And yeah, I'm getting back physically to law school, UiTM, and study physically with my firmmates. And I actually have a secret to tell about entering final year, but I won't disclose it yet until I get some sort of revelation about final year. I'll talk about that secret before I enter, if I get that revelation or revelation or that great reveal. Hey guys, so this marks the last day at the firm. Like, we ate McDonald's at 12 p.m. today, and I left a small gift for everyone. I hope they read it, but I'm not curious about their reaction. Well, I am curious about their reaction when they come the next morning. So I hope they can keep the gift here, keep it as for memory's keepsake, and yeah. I think I'm going to do a 360 view of the firm for one last time before I leave. So I've been here for more than a month now. So yeah. What? Before they all left, they gave me a very in-depth talk and conversation about what to expect in final year. And now I'm very scared of entering final year and graduating and realizing that I'm getting older and older every single day. And I just want to be forever young. I want to remain at this age. I don't want to grow older. I don't want to find a job. I want to stay as a student forever, but it's life. We are constantly on the run. We are on the treadmill. There's nothing we can do about it but to improve and change for the better. So that's my last message. And this firm has meant a lot to me. And I'd like to end this video by saying thank you very much.